This is a holiday makeup face of the day. I haven't got my light set up because it's really sunny when I started filming. Now it's not sunny, so I'm sorry if the light changes a lot. I just posted a blog post about how I pack my wash bag. Thought this would be quite useful to see how I pack my makeup. The things I think about when I'm packing my makeup are how heavy stuff is, whether it's a multitasker, how expensive it is, how replaceable it is, and is it something that if I had to I could leave behind. So sort of versatility. Also, if I've got something that's running out, I'll take that. I take my brushes, and they're all in this MJ personal brush roll, which I don't think she does anymore, but she may do. It's worth checking out. I'll put a link below, which is great because it just keeps your brushes together and stops them getting your makeup pouch dirty. I don't clean my brushes on holiday. Then I've got my new Makeup Armoury pouch, which is a size I love, and the plastic is really soft, so it's not going to break, and it just takes up not very much room in my luggage, but holds a lot of makeup. Everything is lightweight, everything is replaceable, and I'm going to list everything that I packed below. What I'm planning on doing is I'll put an asterisk next to something that I haven't used in this video. So the next thing you'll see is me with no makeup on, really tired. When I'm on holiday with my family in France, where we go every year, I usually just don't wear that much makeup during the day because I want to put lots of SPF on my face, and because we're in the pool and it's hot and I don't really need to, and I just quite like to give my skin a bit of a break. But when we are seeing people or I'm going out, I do put a bit of makeup on, but not that much. So I was trying out these, which is the Rosy for Autograph cream eyeshadow pencils. So I took those with me. They don't take up very much room. Annoyingly, they don't have the names written on them. But I will put a link below to what this one's called. This one looks kind of greyish, but it doesn't come out grey. It comes out more, well, let's see. It's definitely got a more of a taupey undertone to it than the grey that I was imagining. And it's got quite a lot of shimmer in it, but kind of wearable, and quite often I'd just wear this on its own, like when we were travelling and I knew that I was going to have a really long day. I didn't want to have anything like really technical on my face, if you know that feeling. I'd quite often just put a wash of this over the eyelid with a tiny bit of black liner, and that would do it. But what I have been doing is using this, which is a palette I got years ago, and I think the thing with brands now is they bring out a load of palettes, and so if you're a makeup fan you keep getting just new palettes, and these will last you for ages. And so I've had this for years, and it's been in my makeup drawer because I've just been using new palettes. But I took it on holiday partly because it's really lightweight, it's got nice non-breakable packaging, but it's also got a load of colours in it, so you're not kind of restricted. What I was doing a lot was using, let me show you, kind of these three here, sometimes with a little of that one, just in the outside corner on top of this, which I was using as a base. As usual, trying to make my eyes look as green as possible. So using the eyeshadow stick as a base made the purple less in your face because it had the grey taupey tone, but also I was just amazed how I could do this in the morning and spend all day like at the markets and having lunch and stuff, and go to bed at night and my makeup would be exactly the same. I've been doing the L'Oreal Super Lime of Perfect Slim, but just on the kind of mid to outer corner to give definition to the lashes rather than do sort of proper full-on liner. Then back to my palette, and again I always take a palette that's got a black in it so that I can do my smudgy liner trick. So the liners I took on holiday were these three that I was trying and this palette, and I took one Iced Mocha Jumbo Eye Pencil from NYX, which I don't think I used. Oh, and Yogurt, which I didn't use. And I took the NYX HD base, because I know that these shadows need a base on them, but because these were so good I didn't actually need to use it. But the reason I took all of these like this is because they really don't take up very much room. Then for eyeliners I took L'Oreal Perfect Slim. I took Lancome just in case I wanted something more long lasting, and then of course I took Smolder from MAC. Of course I would go with my Hourglass. I took this palette, which I would have been, I mean it's the one thing I've packed that I would have been really devastated to lose or break, because it's limited edition. But again, it's just so useful when you're going on holiday, because you've got blusher, bronzer, highlighter. I didn't take any other highlighter, didn't take any other bronzer. I took a couple of other blushes. And quite often I use this highlighter just on the inner corners. So then the Perversion mascara. It's a really good all-rounder. It's easy to apply, it's properly black. Because I was wearing SPF on my face quite often, sometimes I would just make the best of my face and leave it, because I do think a bit of sun and a bit of UV is good for it, not a lot. I had eczema as a child and the sun always helped improve it, but I always wear an SPF. But if I wanted more coverage, I took two products with me. I took the Dr. Jart BB Beauty Balm, which I don't know if they're discontinuing it or they're rebranding or what. It's suddenly become really hard to find, and my sister loves this, so I've been trying to track it down everywhere. I don't love this, it's quite a grey undertone. It's SPF 40 though, and it does give a really beautiful finish to the skin. So I took that for times when I just needed a nice high SPF and a bit of evening and nice finish. And then for when I was going out in the evenings and stuff, I had my Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow, which again is SPF 25. Also had my Clarins SPF 50, which I wore most days, but not together. So I'd either have my Clarins SPF 50 and maybe a bit of concealer on, and that was it, or I'd have this, or I'd have this. So today I'm using the Benefit because I'm going out for lunch. Also, the reason I'm quite so obsessed with SPF, I mean it's south of France in May, it's not like I'm going somewhere with a huge amount of sun, but because I'm pregnant, your skin is so much more sensitive to the sun. I tend to burn a lot easier, and I'm quite freckly, and I've always been very aware of getting the, I can't remember what it's called, but when you get brown pigmentation in your face when you're pregnant, which is really hard to get rid of. So I'm a sort of high SPF and a hat person. I'm not sure how much of it is caused by sun, but I know that it's a melanin thing. So again, I mean, this is, I know I can repurchase, so if I lost it, but it's just also really reliable. It always gives a nice finish. It has the SPF in it, and it's just not too heavy. I took this corrector, which is the Bobbi Brown corrector in Light Bisque. Since using the Pixie Correction Concentrate, this is now not my favourite corrector anymore, and as you can see, I'm on the pan for this anyway. So it's small, it doesn't take up very much room, it's running out. If I lost it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So this is the concealer. I packed it purely because it is kind of good all-rounder. in terms of colour for me, and because it's running out, and because it's Maybelline, which means it can't have been more than about a £5. What I really wanted was a kind of tinted under eye cream, something a bit like the Origins Ginseng, but that I could wear when I'm just wearing mascara, SPF, nothing else, just to give a bit of coverage to the bags. If anyone has any recommendations, let me know. Then under the eyes, I was just wearing my Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I've been loving using the Ilia Multi-Stick, which I reviewed recently, and I found this in my makeup, which is a Kiko Velvet Touch Creamy Stick Blush. I bought this and I wasn't sure about the colour, and I barely used it, and I just thought, well, that means it doesn't matter if I lose it. It's not hugely expensive, and I should be giving it a go. And I opened it and I was like, how did I not like this colour? It's a really pretty colour. I think it's because it comes on the cheek quite a, well, just a bit more garish than it looks in the stick, but it blends really beautifully. And luckily for me, I'd packed my Daniel Sandler water brush, because I was going to take my Daniel Sandler Rose Glow, but I was like, if I lose that, of course I can rebuy it, but the interim between losing it and it arriving is just going to be too devastating. And I just really like this. It's got a kind of really pale gold shimmer all the way through it, which is really pretty, and so it was really nice when I'm on holiday. Also, because I'm not one of those people that goes in for a lot of highlighter, it's nice just to have a bit of glow on the cheek. The only contour product I took, which was my contour and highlight, not that I use the highlighter, is the NYX Wonder Stick, just in case I wanted a bit of definition, and then it would literally be like that. Just because I sometimes, although less with this pregnancy, I don't know if anyone's noticed who has watched my videos for a while, I've put on so much less weight with this pregnancy, which is why I think it's a girl. I just look like a person with a bump. Whereas with the boys, I ate all the time and I just look like huge. Other blushes I took, and I took these because I know I've got spares, because I'm so in love with her blushes, with the Louise Young blushes. So I took May and I took Dolly, and both of which work really well over the top of this blusher. And the thing about cream blushes is I find that sometimes they don't stay all day, but this with a bit of Louise Young over the top would last ages and just had a really pretty tone. Also, as you can see probably, this Benefit is my normal colour, and I have put, because I'm freckly, even if I don't tan my face, my freckles come out and then I'm a bit of a different colour, so it's really nice having cream products that I can blend together, because it kind of looks more natural and I look less like I'm wearing a mask. So the one that I went for mostly was Dolly. And it kind of acts just like a setting powder on the cream blush. I decided to live without my beloved Laura Mercier setting powder because it's got a screw lid like this one has, and I would just be so upset if it unscrewed itself in my bag and I lost all of that powder. So I took my Cover FX powder, which I use just to set the concealer. And actually what was really nice is if I was feeling a bit pale, because of this palette has also dimmed light in it, you could just kind of warm up the colour a bit, which was nice. So, for my brows I took a spoolie, but what I wish I'd taken actually was a Maybelline brow drummer, because sometimes I just felt a bit ungroomed. In terms of lips, I took in my handbag my Dior Lily lip balm. I then took Whirl lip liner and 714 from the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, and I took Louise Young Enigma because this is just my favourite little lip palette, and you can create loads of colours from that. And if I wanted a really bright colour, I took this, which I'm testing, which is the MUD Lucky, if I wanted a bright red lip. And I took this, which is Nobody's Baby Tinted Lip Conditioner from Ilia. And the reason I took that is because I find that with a lip liner and that, I can make most shades that I want. Bit of Whirl all over the lip, Nobody's Baby over the top, which is fine by itself, obviously. And then hit a 714, mostly in the outer corner. And that is it. I'll put a list below of all the products that I took with me. I'm not saying that these are the exact products that you should take with you, but they're just so you can see kind of price points, or why I took them, or if there's a product that I used that you liked. If you have any questions, let me know, and thank you so much for watching.